What is going on, everybody? It is your boy American Mudkip, and I am back to give you guys an awesome video. The video today is my favorite Johto team. And once again, this is all based on opinion, so if you have your favorite Johto team, you know what? Please put it in the comment section below and we will talk about how awesome your team is. But today, we are talking about my team, and it is based off of Heart Gold and Soul Silver, mainly because of the updated moveset, and I enjoy the cool moves. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Let us get started with this list. First off, my starter Pokemon I usually like using is Typhlosion. Typhlosion is a straight up monster in my opinion. I love him. I love him. I love him. I used to be a for alligator kind of guy, but you know what? Over the years, I've just started to love Typhlosion so much. The moveset that I usually like using on Typhlosion is Flamethrower, Eruption, Sunny Day, and Solar Beam. Now I like the Sunny Day Solar Beam combination because if you absolutely have to go against a water type Pokemon, you can throw up Sunny Day, and you can probably live a water type attack because Sunny Day cuts the water type moves I think in half, but I could be wrong. But it does it pretty much nerfs the water type attacks. And honestly, the design of this Pokemon is just so awesome. I honestly wish this Pokemon would get a Mega Evolution. I know that's stretching it, but it would be awesome. Maybe like Fire Electric, I said that in one of my videos, or Fire Ground, that would be so sick. But you know what, even if it just stays like this, I still love this Pokemon, and it is my starter Pokemon that I usually pick. Alrighty, coming into the second Pokemon that I usually pick in Heart Gold or Soul Silver in Johto is Donphan. That is right, the bulk is real. This thing is a monster when it comes to taking physical and giving out physical hits. Usually I like giving it Rock Slide, Earthquake, Gyro Ball, and Double Edge. Those are some gnarly moves. I am not sure if Gyro Ball is in this generation, but I'm pretty sure it is, because Gyro Ball is a great move on Donphan because its speed is so low that it will do a pretty hefty amount to the Pokemon. Now, like I said, I enjoy using Pokemon because they're good, but I also enjoy using Pokemon because of their designs. This Pokemon's design, in my opinion, is extremely awesome. I think it's like an elephant or something, but it is so sick that, I mean, it just caught my eye in the first time I played Silver and Gold. It just totally caught my eye, and I've probably loved it ever since. Alrighty, now the third Pokemon that I usually use in a Johto is Heracross. That is right, the fighter. He is a fighter. Oh, I love Heracross. He was on my top 10 favorite Pokemon list. And oh my god, I just love this Pokemon. I'll say it, 1, because of the design, 2, because it's a monster. I mean, look at that attack. That is insane. Now, the usual moveset that I like to use on Heracross is Close Combat, Mega Horn, Strength, and Shadow Claw. I just put Strength on him because I need a Pokemon with Strength throughout the game, so Strength is helpful. And Shadow Claw is very helpful for Morty's gym, because it's just, you get Shadow Claw east of Ecruteak City in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, and it's just so useful when you use it against Morty. And Mega Horn, you know, that's just a strong bug type move that you get kind of late in the game, but it's totally worth it once you get it. Heracross is probably one of my favorite fighting type Pokemon. I think it is my favorite fighting type Pokemon. One, because it's just got such a diverse, it's just such a cool typing. Bug fighting, I think that is awesome. I know it's 4 times weak to, what is that called, flying types, but I think I can send in my Donphan or another Pokemon that I have to take care of that, because Heracross is just a straight up monster with that close combat. And sometimes I like using counter, because that kind of helps if you know you can live 1 hit, and it's going to be a physical hit, like against that Machamp that Bruno has. That's what I would usually do. He would go with like a Cross Chop or a Rock Slide, and I know like, okay, I can live 1 of these, so I'm just going to use counter right here and just be a total jerk. But yeah, that is why I love Heracross, and that is my third Pokemon that I usually use. Alright, the number 4 Pokemon I love to use is Espeon. I love you, Espeon. It is such a good Pokemon. I love Psychic types, and I love evolutions. If you guys didn't know that, I love most of them, except poor little Flareon. I'm sorry, Flareon, you're just not my favorite. Now, Espeon is great at taking special defensive hits, and it's pretty speedy, and it has a great special attack, as you guys can see, at base 130. Now the moveset that I usually like using on Espeon is Psychic, Confuse Ray, Shadow Ball, and a kind of a filler move, Toxic. But Toxic, you know, it works. Just if you're going down and you need to just hurt the Pokemon, Toxic is just the way to go, I guess. But like I said, Espeon is a great Pokemon because if you're sending it in against another Psychic type Pokemon, you can just use Shadow Ball and it'll probably outspeed it unless it's an Alakazam, because Alakazam is very fast, but it is very frail. Very, very frail. I was in between Alakazam and Espeon, but I decided to go with Espeon because even though its defense isn't that great at base 60, I don't know what Alakazam's base defense is, but I feel like it's just way more frail than Espeon. But Espeon is just always been one of my favorite Pokemon. It is on my top 10 favorite Pokemon list. It is just I love the design of the Pokemon, and it is just an awesome Pokemon, in my opinion. Alright, coming in at the number 5 Pokemon that I usually use is Lanturn. Now, Lanturn is very underrated, in my opinion. Not many people like Lanturn. A lot of people hate on Lanturn, actually. Just because they think that stats are horrible, but you know, I think it is a good Pokemon because I love the typing, and I think if they made the stats too good, I think this Pokemon would just be OP, because Water Electric, that is a great typing in my opinion, because I love both those types. Now the moveset I like using on Lanturn is Surf, Thunderbolt, Stockpile, and Charge Beam. Now Charge Beam is an interesting move. If you're going against a Pokemon that really can't do anything to you, just start throwing up some Charge Beams because it has a chance to raise your special attack, and with a couple of stockpiles up, Lanturn is going to destroy everything. Destroy everything. Now, if you need to teach an Ice type move, like if I was going against Lance, I'd probably honestly get rid of Thunderbolt and teach it Blizzard or Ice Beam, but I would still keep that Stockpile Charge Beam combo. I know it seems like a total newbie move to just like set up in game, but if you set up a couple stockpiles and just let them just start going with some Charge Beams to see, just let your special attack just race through the roof, then you just come through with all those Ice Beams and just wreck Lance's team. I've done it before, guys. It is so effective. If you're having trouble with Lance, grab a Lanturn, teach it Charge Beam. You get Charge Beam in Olivine City, I'm pretty sure. It's definitely worth it. Alrighty, coming into the final spot on my team is Straight Power, the most powerful, overpowered Pokemon in this generation, I think. And it scares children and humans. Here we go. It is Dragonite, the power itself. Oh, that nuclear background, that just totally describes Dragonite. It is a straight up monster. It has great stats all around. You could honestly run it a special attacker or physical attacker, but honestly the best way to run it is physical attacker. The moveset that I like to use on Dragonite is Outrage, Fly, Extreme Speed, and Fire Blast. I just have Fire Blast on there just to get rid of those pesky ice types, because any other type I think an Outrage could just destroy, besides Steel types, you know? We'll use that Fire Blast for Steel types too. Dragonite's base attack is 134, which is ridiculous. It has very good all-around base stats, because it's just a great Pokemon. It's scary to go against, but if you have one, you will be okay. You will survive. It is a great Pokemon in my opinion. Now on this list, I tried to use as many Johto Pokemon as I possibly could. I know I had to use one Kanto Pokemon, but it shows up in this game, in the games. So that's the Dragonite that shows up in the games. But guys, if you enjoyed this list, you know, a like is always appreciated. And if you have a different list or disagree with me on something, put it in the comment section below and we will talk about it. And this is your boy American Mudkip, and I hope you guys have a great day, and make sure to like and subscribe. Bye guys.